Hi everybody, this is Let's Make Up with Carol J and some more stuff too. And what I have noticed here recently is there has been a lot of talk about BBL surgery. And one of the biggest things that has been talked about this BBL surgery is smell. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the BBL, what a BBL is a cosmetic surgery to enhance the appearance, aka size, shape of your butt, bottom, behind. Y'all know what I'm talking about, derriere. I looked at a few videos and I also looked on TikTok and seen where a lot of people were saying, men and women, that after a woman has had a BBL surgery, there is a stench that they end up smelling. One gentleman even referred to the smell as an assault, ASSAULT, assault of his nose, okay? And in fact, told a story about he and a woman who had just had a BBL surgery, going out to dinner, going on a date, spending some time together, and going back to his place. What this sounds like to me is about casual sex. Well, what ended up happening to him is the woman put on a show, somewhat of a striptease is what he kind of described it as being, and all of a sudden there was this pungent, stanky, different smell. After she did her little do with her little act, dancing, he told her that she was going to have to go take a shower. He also mentioned in the video that he had all of the things necessary for a woman to take a shower. Big red flag, first and foremost. It's a lot of them in the story, actually. But, which 58 years old, about to be 57 and a half, I didn't do stuff like that. I got to know you because you could have been a mass person who took unlived people and things like that. So you've got to get to know people before you go home with them. You've got to get to know people before you go home with them. Plus, and this is kind of veering in another lane, I don't do nor believe in the casual sex thing because I have a whole different thought process. To make a long story short, women, and I can speak on being a woman because I am one, technically don't like to be told that they stink. Period. Point blank in the story. Just as well as a man wouldn't want to be told that he stank. Now, what I can tell you is because God gave me the gift of having a larger derriere, butt, behind than what most people have. A lot of the guys that I've dated, my nickname has always been Booty. My husband calls me Booty because I have a big butt. What I can tell you, I did hear in some videos that big butts smell differently. What I can tell you is that if your butt is a little more rounder, you got to reach there back behind and clean that thing a little bit more diligently than what someone would if they had a smaller butt, because you have a lot of more tucks, nooks, and crannies, if you understand what I'm saying. Smell in any area on any part of our body comes from not cleaning one's self regularly and appropriately. okay? The sad thing about it is that a lot of people think that when you take a shower, that's enough. No, 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 no. Cleaning yourself properly, the soap in which it is that you use to clean yourself properly, all of that takes and comes in as a whole when cleaning yourself as a woman. I'm not only talking about in the realm of BBLs, just as a woman in general. As I said earlier, smells do come from not cleaning oneself properly. But I believe that some of the smell with these BBLs may be coming from removing fat from one part of the body and putting it into another. My daughter and my son-in-law and myself were all looking at the video, and what my daughter said rang so much for us. She said, just imagine when you are peeling fat off of chicken fat, if it sits, it's going to stink. It's waste, it stinks, it's extra. What we as women need to do is we need to be extremely, extremely careful, okay, about going around stinking. Whether you have a BBL, whether you have a flat butt, whether you have no butt, whether you have a thin butt, whatever type of butt, make sure that you are cleaning your body properly, okay? Now, we know that with BBLs, one part of fat is transferred from one part of the body to another. So basically in that procedure, fat is being transferred from one part of the body to another. So say for instance, you had stomach. I don't know if they would use the fat from a stomach, but I'm just giving an example of where the fat might be and your butt is a little flatter. They might use some fat from there and put it into your butt. It's a very drastic surgery. They look weird. A lot of times women who have BBLs get like this bubble butt, this round, overly round, fake looking bubble butt, and then they have these stick legs, and you're looking at it and you're like, wait a minute, them legs can't even hold that thing up, okay? Now, am I saying that a woman with a round butt and thin legs has had a BBL? I'm not saying that. I can't say that. Oftentimes I can see who done had a BBL and tell, like most people can, because something just ain't right. What we have to understand in this realm of casual sex, stop having casual sex with folks. Stop getting BBLs so that you could be appealing to someone else. Love yourself for what it is that you have, okay? Appeal to yourself. BBLs are a waste of time. I read a lot of stories where women were going to a lot of YouTube content creators were going to the Dominican Republic and having this done, and going to different parts of the world to have these BBL surgeries done. Is it worth your life? They get these big checks from YouTube. They get these big checks from other areas of social media, and they want to go and make themselves over. Let me tell you what I know to be the easiest way, and I've literally seen people doing this. I have literally seen people taking their raggedy tail into the gym, squatting, eating correctly, and building up the muscles in their butt, which makes their butt more rounder, more firmer, whereby they don't have to go and do or sit under the knife or having fat sucked out from one area and put into another one. Another thing I want to touch on is hygiene. sis, hygiene is so very important. It's thought that some of the women who have had these BBLs experience the smelly smell because of leakage. Some people say because of poor hygiene. Some people say, I mean, it's all kinds of reasons that people say. But this is what I want to also mention. There's a great possibility that there may be some sort of lymphatic drainage. There is a such thing called lymphatic massages, which are done that kind of allow the area of the body to be massaged, which makes it much more healthier. And what it does is when you have a healthy lymphatic massage, it encourages a natural drainage of the lymph nodes, okay? But God forbid if it begins to leak on its own, because what that is telling us is that just like with breast implants, once those breast implants begin to leak, foreign substances and objects end up going into the bloodstream and other areas of the body. Love yourself enough to go to the gym. If you weren't born from a long line of big butts, maybe you didn't have breasts, maybe you didn't have whatever, hips or whatever it is that you desire to have, I guarantee you there's definitely much more of a safer way. I am really big on smells. Baby, I smell everything. My grandson is so loud. Please forgive that in the background. I smell everything. And one thing I don't do, even as a woman born with some extra skin and a big butt, you ain't about to smell me. I'm going to make extra sure that when I bathe, that I get into every nook and cranny. So, what I want to tell you ladies, for those of you who are walking around here with these BBLs and stinking, it ain't cute, it ain't never been cute, and get it together, okay? Now, I did see a video or a little short of a doctor, I think his last name was Young, who was saying that people saying that BBL stink is a cap. He did mention that after surgery there could be some drainage and it could possibly have a little stench, but if it goes into weeks and months, it's indicating that it is an infection. Take care of your body, and please go to the gym. Stop spending your thousands of dollars going to get fat transfer from one part of your body to another to look like somebody. Fall in love with who you are right now, as you are. That's all I gotta say on BBLs. We gotta do better. We've got to do better. Put your comments in the section. Be kind. You can choose to agree to disagree. You're entitled to that. Specifically those of you who have BBLs. Am I saying that everybody that has BBLs have a smell? I've never smelled anybody who had a BBL. I don't even know. I did meet somebody. I used to work with a young lady in Virginia who had a BBL, a Caucasian lady, and hers didn't look bad, but she didn't stay at our office but 3 days. But just be mindful. Love you for who you are. Go to the gym and wash your butt. Talk to y'all soon.